Hey there, welcome to the 6th episode of Under the Radar. I'm back with another Pirate Party release, and this time I'm out of the CDR realm, which means I got a fully pressed CD in my hand here. This release in particular is from 2000, and I think it's the second pressed CD by Pirate Party, including the Super 18's 4-way split that was later repressed after the 8-song EP went out of print. This release is by a band called The Color Blue, and it's a split CD with Kill Devil Hills, which is a punk band from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. There are 11 songs in total on this guy, and I believe there were 1,000 of these pressed in total. The Color Blue tracks were recorded by Randy Pasco, the guy who did Super 18 and the Broke Downs that I've mentioned thus far. And I'll break down The Color Blue first. So The Color Blue was kind of an indie rock band that was formed out of the ashes of another local band called Crash Diary in the area that used to play with all the bands that I've covered thus far. The Color Blue sound is very reminiscent of Hot Water Music on this split. Kind of still lo-fi, but I would say that out of all the recordings that I've played thus far in this series, that this is the best quality of them all. I think part of the reason why this recording shines a little more is because it was actually mastered by Douglas C. Ward from Maximum Max Studios, who also did a lot of the mastering for like early Alkaline Trio and Honor System and Lawrence Arms and all those kinds of bands. And I had the pleasure of working with Doug a couple times on 2 different releases for mastering. And he definitely was a game changer as far as the quality and sound of your recording if you went to him. So definitely a great guy to check out. Awesome discography for him too if you ever go on Discogs. I think the drums came out a lot better on this recording. Just in general, the tones, everything about it is a lot better than the Broke Downs and the Super 18 release. The bands that I was playing at the time were very pop punk, and this band kind of took it more into a indie rock level and had some instrumental work. Like the first track on here called Motivate, which opens with dialogue from the final scene of the film Say Anything with John Cusack.
How's it going?
Nobody thought we'd do this. Nobody really thinks it will work, do they?
No. You just described every great success story.
I was personally a fan of the song Rejecting You.
You gave me hope, a long time waiting. We shared and coped, no hesitating. Why I feel this way, I can't explain it. I know what's going on. I gotta stop trying to work that out to work it.
And I'll Stay.
Sudden change, but I feel the same. Tell me what love is. I know that it's forever. Don't be afraid. Never be afraid. You'll fail.
This band did later on go on to release more material and then did disband and rename itself under a different name, and I will be covering some of that material in the future for sure. The band Kill Devil Hills had more of a punk rock sound.
4, 5, 6, 7 a.m. While living just flash inside my head. 4, 5, 6, 7 a.m. I rise while you fall into bed. Eric! Wake up now, someone's climb the block. Wake up! As the working rice, you lay your head. Eric! When you wake up, Eric! Wake up!
And the bass player Andrew went on to play in the band Against Me when they were recording the album Eternal Cowboy in 2002/3, I think is when he joined, when he left Kill Devil Hills. Little trivia for you. You can actually find still a lot of the Kill Devil Hills material online on Bandcamp. I'll leave a link here for the Kill Devil Hills Bandcamp page, which they have their songs from this split on here. And you can download those, and you can download even more releases by that band if you feel like it. Unfortunately, the Color Blue songs are completely out of print, including their next release, which I'll be covering in the next episode, which is a 7-inch, 2 songs, one of which of the songs went on to become part of the compilation series, The Emo Diaries, released by Deep Elm Records. And I will be covering both the compilation a little bit and the 7-inch in the next episode. That release is much more polished than these songs are, because they actually went to a different guy to record, and I'll be talking more about that too, because the guy who recorded the Color Blues future material was the guy who recorded at least 3 full lengths of mine. And yeah, we'll get into that. But yeah, shout outs to the Color Blue and Axel and his bro Justin. Love those dudes. Played a lot of shows with them back in the day, and just appreciate their support while I was, coming up in that little scene. In the meantime, be on the lookout for some more music videos and songs coming your way soon from Slave to Servant. Feel free to check out slavetoservant.com, our Instagram page, like us on Facebook, Bandcamp. Totally appreciate your support, and thank you for your time.